What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a 2020 5.2 Mustang GT500. I apologize about the noise in the back, but I'm going to try to make this as simple and easy to follow as I possibly can. Today we are going to be installing the oil separator onto the passenger side of the engine. So we're going to go through the instructions and I'm going to show you guys what is going to go there. That this is going right there. So come along with me as I illustrate to you. Hopefully you guys can hear this with all this noise in the background. Yeah, we'll get to it. So this kit has everything we're going to need to install the oil separator onto our new 2020 GT500. If you guys would like to check out the part number for the kit, it's that KR3 Victor 6 Apple 785 Apple David part number. That's going to give you everything that you see here and these nice colorful instructions. Thank you, Ford Performance. Kind of hard to see the before. Hold on. You can see the top of the cam cover, black, and then you can see where that's sitting. So, yeah. I do like how they have everything laid out in the bag, so you know exactly what you're going to be removing and whatnot. It does come with a bracket and 2 new PCV hoses. So yeah, let's get into the first step. The first step we are going to do is remove the retention straps off of the main E-Gloom that's right by coil numbers 1 and 2. You guys can see the orange zippies. We're going to go ahead and clippy those orange zippies. Alright, those white retainers on those 2 studs, man, they were a bugger to get off. Man, I could not get those things off. I wound up having to use something like this and my big one, but you know, I'm trying not to mar any of this stuff up. So yeah, step 1 done. Alright, so step number 2 is they want coils. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 is right there. You can see the white locating tab, just like that one way back there. They want cylinders 2 and 3. See how these harnesses are ran over the loom? They want it ran under the loom, so they're going to be coming out underneath. I'll show you guys in 1 sec. And it's going to look a little something like that. Got 2 and 3 underneath. You can see 1 goes over. So yeah, on to step 3. Okay, so step 3, re-engage the coil wires, which I've already done, and push the harness to gain clearance to the cam cover bolts. So we're just gonna kind of make sure we're up out of the way. It looks, oh, the background noise is stopping, yay! Make sure that harness is up out of the way, and yeah, we'd be good. Okay, step 4, we're putting in the bracket, just like this. We're actually going to be putting these 2 locating holes on those 2 cam cover bolts, and when we install it, we want to make sure that we're not going to be making contact with those coil wires. Additionally, the lower part is actually going to be going on that stud right there. They gave us 3 nuts that we're going to use, which are right there, And the little tip in the instruction says to avoid dropping and or losing the flanged nuts, use a magnetic socket to hold nut during installation onto lower stud. So we're going to see the bracket not there, and we're about to see the bracket there. Okay, bracket's on. I'm not gonna lie, this nut down here I freaking dropped and I couldn't find it, so you can't see it anyway. Maybe, oh, there it goes. I had to use an appropriate replacement. Sorry for the shaky camera, but the bracket is on and secure. So next step is step 5, and it wants us to install 2 stud protectors on the cam cover bolts. So yeah, let's get those. Alright, so we have taken out the bag of 2 of these, and we're going to push that over the cam cover bolt, and then we're going to fasten our harness back like it was when we clipped those orange zippies. Alright, I just put the cam cover bolt pieces on right there, and then the next step, we're going to be utilizing that hole and that hole behind that cam cover bolt protector, and we're going to be putting these guys in there. That is the AU5T 14 Eddy 047 AA. If you guys can see, it's kind of showing right there. We're going to push those 2 8mm straps in and then reposition the wiring harness and then secure it with the wiring straps. Sorry, the background noise is back, but step 6 is completed and the 8mm little push pin zip ties are installed, and these little extra tabs are driving me nuts. I couldn't get my tool in there to clip the excess off, but that's where we're going to have to leave it. I can't keep looking at it. Step 7, we are using this one right here, just a single zip tie strap. We're actually going to be going for this transmission wiring on the back of the bracket right here. There is a hole. What we're going to do is we're going to loosely install the zip tie fastener to here. We're going to push it over, install it, pull the excess out, and clip it. After you complete step 7, it should look something like that right there. So on to step 8. Step 8, remove this hose going from the passenger cam cover to the lower intake manifold supercharger. Gonna look something like that without the hose. Note to self, please keep the hose for reuse when, if the kit is to ever be removed from the vehicle. Okay, there's literally no step 9, there's 8. And you saw page 6 of 12, 7 to 12, and goes right to 10. Remove PCV from passenger side engine cam cover, and also hold on to that if and when you want to put that back on. I pulled the old one out. It was just a quarter turn, and I did have to tap the new one in just past the O-ring and quarter turn that guy. So yeah, on to, I guess, step 11. Okay, step 11 is to raise this and tighten this just a little bit more with a 1 1/16 wrench and snug it into the cam cover. Okay, so on to step 12. It wants us to take this hose and install it onto the rear part of the oil separator, somewhat like this. Once you get the hose installed onto the oil separator, it's going to look something like that. And then you guys can see there's 3 slots in each of these squares. Boom, boom, boom. They are going to slide onto each one of those. and then a captive 10 milli bolt is going to be holding us so we can't slide off. So, well, for shits and giggles, here's our bolt. Let's see if we can just install this onto the engine with one hand here. I'll see if we can get these squares aligned up. Hope you guys can see. Let's see here. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, I just slid it all the way on. Go ahead, connect. You guys can see the harness, how much clearance we got, so make sure to have those zip tied accordingly. And we are on all the way. I can't pull it off. We're going to go ahead and fasten our 10 milli. 10 milli. Using the best right there. Alright. Nice and snug. Okay, we're going to take this hose. We're jumping ahead of the step because I don't want this just flopping around here. But that is going to be going to the supercharger connect, and this one's going to the catch can. So everything's nice and secure. Our final step, what we have to do now, is we need to remove this Allen head, and we need to install this little bubbler type thingy and secure it with 2 clamps, and that is going to be fitted to there. So we are going to find a 1/4 inch internal Allen, and yeah, we're going to take that plug out. So we took the plug out, and we had a little jam nut style fitting to tighten here, but you can see how I ran it. Now this car did have an extension piece here for the oil fill. I did remove that, and in the picture it had just what you guys see here with the cap going right into the valve cover. But after you're done, this is what it's going to look like. And there's pretty much nothing else you're going to need to do except to know that you have to go through steps in the directions. If you need to remove this top, you can clean the mesh screen with solvent and reinstall it, but I can't foresee that happening anytime soon. Alright, you guys, tell me what you think about this in the comment section below. I know it's not a Powerstroke, but I do have to showcase a flagship for the best car company on the planet, and how to install an environmentally friendly oil separator on your 5.2 GT500. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Friday.